Have you ever wondered how a boy who scrubbed dishes in the back of a Chinese restaurant became the billionaire CEO of one of the most dominant tech platforms in America? This is the story of Tony Xu, a Chinese immigrant who turned hardship into hustle and transformed an idea born in a Stanford classroom into DoorDash, a company that now delivers to over 20 million customers across the US. And no, it wasn't luck. It was resilience. It was grit. It was the American dream. Washed, rinsed, and delivered. A life begins in motion. Tony Xu was born in Nanjing, China in 1984. When he was just 4 years old, his parents made a decision that would change everything. They packed up their lives and moved to Champaign, Illinois. But America wasn't paved with gold. His mother, once a respected doctor in China, couldn't practice medicine in the US. So what did she do? She worked in restaurants, she waited tables, she did whatever it took to keep the family afloat. And little Tony? He joined her, washing dishes, earning tips, learning the pulse of small business from the other side of the kitchen door. Spark of an idea. Fast forward to Stanford Graduate School of Business, 2012. Tony Xu, along with classmates Andy Fang, Stanley Tang, and Evan Moore, was working on a project to help small businesses thrive. That's when they met Chloe, the owner of a tiny macaron shop in Palo Alto. She had more delivery orders than she could fulfill, and zero infrastructure to make it happen. That binder full of unserved customers? That was the aha moment. We realized, Xu later said, delivery wasn't just Chloe's problem, it was every local business's problem. And just like that, a simple class project became a mission. They launched a website, paloaltodelivery.com. At night, these MBA students became delivery drivers in their own cars. Their startup didn't have a fleet, it had founders behind the wheel. Crisis, cookies, and core values. The early days were tough. In 2013, during a Stanford football game, they were flooded with orders, more than they could handle. Every order was late. Customers were upset. The brand new startup was on the verge of collapse. With just days of runway left in the bank, Tony Xu made a call most wouldn't. They refunded every single order. Then they baked cookies and personally delivered them before sunrise to make it right. It cost them nearly half their cash. But it bought them something money couldn't: trust. That moment set the tone for DoorDash's culture. Be obsessed with the customer, not the competition. The climb they soon incorporated as DoorDash, joined Y Combinator, and raised their first $120,000. Then came more funding, eventually totaling hundreds of millions. But not every round was smooth. In 2015, during the so-called unicorn winter, DoorDash was nearly frozen out of funding. Term sheets were pulled, cash ran low, doubt crept in. Tony stayed the course. In 2016, they closed a $127 million Series C led by Sequoia Capital. From there, the rocket launched. By 2020, DoorDash owned 50% of the US delivery market, dwarfing competitors like Uber Eats and Grubhub. The vision that drives it all but for Tony Xu, DoorDash was never just about food. It was about empowering local economies, restaurants, grocery stores, nonprofits, small-town entrepreneurs. Today, DoorDash has become more than a delivery app. With services like DoorDash Drive, DashMart, and Project Dash, it's a logistics engine for every corner of commerce. And it all started with a dishwashing job and a binder full of macarons. Tony Xu once said, "We're still in the first inning of this journey." He's now one of the most influential Asian American CEOs in the world, a billionaire, a change maker, and a symbol of what's possible when humility meets ambition. His mother once worked double shifts in a restaurant to help make ends meet. Now her son helps keep millions of restaurants in business. That's not just entrepreneurship, that's legacy. What did you take away from Tony Xu's incredible story? Let us know in the comments below. And if this inspired you, even just a little, hit like and subscribe to the Enterprise World. And remember, every big idea starts small, sometimes behind a sink full of dishes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.